This is a Feral Action Sports Technologies Armed Forces trainer. This is a pretty low number 187. These are pretty rare. This has CO2 tank adapter in the back. It's plugged off. You had to plug it off when you use a 12-gram adapter that would go in here. This is an 11-shot tube. It's a quick change. You can pull them out. There's a paintballs feet against this spring. They push the spring down. These teeth fold back when you put it into the gun. The metal lip there pushes those teeth back so the balls will go into the feed tube on the gun. I have a couple different ones. This is one in pieces. It came with hopper adapters as well. You could swap this piece out. This is the one that's currently on the gun that I just showed you. The balls get fed through here and then drop into the gun through this hole. Or like I said, you could run it with a hopper. If you were running it with a hopper, the only thing you would have to do from this configuration is change out this piece for this piece, and then you would leave your 12-gram CO2 plug in place. Actually, I have it open right here. This is what they look like. They've got a thick O-ring on them that keeps that chamber sealed. The rear plug comes off and you'd screw your tank on here. You could also get them like this, where you could take this Allen key hex bolt out, and you could hook a airline quick adapter, and you could run them with a remote line in the same fashion. And this particular cap doesn't have the remote line adapter, but they're rear cocking, so the cocking arm comes back like that. There's a pin in here that connects the bolt. This is the buffer on the back, but the pin goes through this hole. That goes all the way through the gun. This is the slot that the pin rides in. And it actually plugs into the bolt right here. And so when you pull the pin back, you're pulling this part back, and it also pulls this part back, and your spring tension is coming from down below. This is the internal valve, and this spring here, or this piece here, is your velocity adjuster. There's a bolt inside that would adjust the velocity, puts extra tension on this rear spring. This front one, you can see, has no internal adjustment. This is where the ball detent is. It's just this little spring. There's a groove in the side of the barrel even, as the barrel fits up tight in the housing. The housing has a lip on the inside there. The barrel makes contact against that lip, and there's a screw that screws in from above through these pieces here. This little screw, well, no, it's I don't know where I put it. I'll have to look for it. But screw goes in. Only problem with this is This one's not bad. Sometimes these screws go in too far. They're over tightened and they can punch a hole right through your aluminum on your barrel. But this is the Feral Action Sports Armed Forces trainer, and I actually obviously have two of them. They're very rare. We purchased these in Washington State from the original manufacturer, and well, somebody who worked at least at the original factory where they were built. He had about 15 of them he was selling, and we had picked up 2 of them, and we picked up a bunch of magazines. I got about 5 more of these. These are ultra rare, but pretty cool. Simple design, just a aluminum tube with a groove. They have a little piece of plastic on the back. There's a spring inside, and they work great. Take an older style small hopper adapter, elbow. I don't remember the exact size. Got one. I got a couple of them laying around. But they also made the illustrator. So here's an F2 illustrator. Same company, Feral Action Sports Technology, made the F1 and the F2 illustrator. Almost exactly the same design gun. Obviously you don't have the pull-through bolt on the back of this, but the cocking knob is much larger on this one here. You can pull it right out. It connects internally to the same style internals as the AFT. Of course, this is your barrel nut. They made it so that you can't screw it past a certain point because they're having the same problems. Exact same design as the AFT. Same, you can tell that the tooling and everything's the same. Exact same spacings. But very, very similar design. Handles are the same, except this has a front foregrip and it doesn't have the CO2 cartridge on it. You can actually take this barrel and put it on the AFT, run it, because they're all interchangeable parts. Both great guns. Something cool to look at. I'm cleaning them up. I bought about 20 of these kits. This has the extra plastic pieces, some of the larger and smaller O-rings, and here's another O-ring kit. They have all these little plastic pins that keep everything together. You can see there's the red pin goes through here, the big red one. It's in this kit. Give you 2 of them. But different parts have different plastic pins like that. Anyway, cleaning it up, changing O-rings, keeping them running.